Welcome everyone. Today's video finds us over here in the Sai Khao district of Nakhon Ratchasima. We're about almost 300 kilometers outside of Bangkok, and I came over here to see kind of something that I thought was kind of interesting. We're going to take a look at a temple dedicated to Thailand's most famous monk, and it's largely been built by Thailand's most famous actor. So anyway, we're going to take a look at it. It's a modern temple, but it's quite beautiful. It still has some work that's going on, and as you can see, it is right here behind me. Inside of that building is a humongous statue of the monk, Somdej Toh, and he was an illegitimate son of King Rama II, and he lived, I believe, from like 1788 to 1872 roughly. And what's famous about him is he would make these amulets, and they were supposedly like contained magical powers, and so those amulets are really sought after by the Thais because it has magical powers and will like give you great fortune and stuff like that. So anyway, we're going to walk through here and we're going to take a look, and this should be pretty fun. So you can see the building. It is just absolutely massive. Now it's shaped kind of like a cross, and it has like a little gazebo area right here when you first come in, and then the center part contains the huge image. Now the actor's name is Phrommarangsi, I believe is how you say it, and he's been the principal donor. He's been an actor in Thailand for 5 decades, I guess, and he's even still making movies and TV shows. I think his last role was in like 2018, unless he's had some more recently that I don't know about. But the Thais, they all know who he is, and they also know about the famous monk, of course. So anyway, let's go look in here, and then we'll go look in the main hall. This hall is pretty recent. It wasn't here on my last visit. Now this temple is known not only for the image, but it has some really beautiful gardens. It has lakes and flowers and all kinds of stuff around on the grounds. So it's quite peaceful. The Thais enjoy coming over here and taking pictures and kind of relaxing. It's just along the road between Bangkok and Nakhon Ratchasima, so it makes a nice stop for everybody along the way. Going up here, they have the bells you can ring along the way. And you can see just one of the water features that's over here. There's places for the kids to come and feed the fish, and it's quite beautiful. It's really a nice place. As you can see, it's still under construction, so the rebar is sticking up. A lot of these temples, they just build it as they go. They get donations, and then they just keep adding on to them. And there's even another hall over by the parking that is just absolutely colossal. And we'll take a look at it last. Okay, so this hall right here is going to be the ordination hall for this temple. These are the stones right here, and they bury them in the ground. I can't remember the name of them offhand, but they bury them down in the ground, and then they put those buasima stones over the top of them, and that marks it as the ordination hall. And there's a whole ceremony that they do. The monks will come over when they consecrate this. They do a special ceremony over every single one of those. And you can see the Buddha image is still wrapped up in plastic, and it looks like they've just done the roof, and they're still doing a lot of work. So there are monks that are here, so this will probably eventually be a really popular temple for the monks. And that's a nice little Guanyin statue, and you can see the other Buddha here, and then that old monk Somdej Toh. Yeah, this is cool. Has some nice wooden shutters. The floor is just a temporary plastic right now, but once they finish all the work in here, they'll put some nice flooring in. Okay, so that's the look in here. Let's go into the main hall. This is part of the gardens here. They have this nice waterfall and pond. Has some of the goldfish in it. And then flowers and hedges. These orchids are really nice. So you go through this hall right here, and then you can walk around another pond and see the main hall. And they have a place over there with like some tiles that make up one of the angels and more of the gardens. And since it is a temple, you have to dress politely. So this is when you first come in right here, and there I am. Hello. So you have some of the little shrine stuff here, reclining Buddha, some of the other images, and then a place you can make donations to the temple, buy the tiles, buy the monk robes and amulets. And then here is the actor. So I'm sure everybody knows who he is, right? And then some more of the, like a reclining Buddha. Here's where you buy like the ceiling tiles and stuff. Yeah, here's a nice look at it. You can see it has this little lake right in front of it. And you can see where they're just building onto it right there on the front. And then there's some exposed concrete underneath there where they haven't painted it. But it's quite beautiful. It's pretty striking when you come here. You can see I got a photo spot right here next to the fountain. And then right over here is the main highway that goes over to Nakhon Ratchasima and eventually takes you to like Buriram, Surin, and into Cambodia if you want to go that far. You can see right here where they're still building onto it. Yeah, the styling is all modern. It's, like I said, it's a new temple, as you can see by the construction. I prefer the old ones, but sometimes it's cool to see a new temple just so you can see the differences. This is the way inside here. So this is open from 6 in the morning till 5 p.m. And this is still all under construction. And there's a big painting of that famous monk. And here you can buy the amulets, monk robes, all that stuff. The windows are nice, where it has that gold leaf inside of it, and then the wooden window frames. But here's what everybody comes over here for. This is the main image of, what's his name, Somdej Toh. And it's either 8 or 13 meters tall. I've read both. So the Thais come here and they pray, they make donations, they stick a gold leaf. Now, they believe that if you pray in front of his image, that it will bring you good fortune. You can see it is just absolutely colossal. And there are little guys sticking gold leaf on it. And then they have those strings that are tied to it, so when they do the ceremonies, it'll be connected, just like if it was a Buddha. And then the top of the dome, they put that gold dome. It's really nice. This isn't done yet right here. This is still raw concrete. It's a nice little pedestal that it's sitting on. So the pedestal is about twice as tall as I am. And that just takes you right to the bottom of the pedestal the monk sits on. You can see 2 pigeons up on his head. And then have marble columns holding this up, which are quite massive. And then here you can get the monk robes and stuff to make the donations. And another little shrine, and there's the prayer to say. And then over here we have a monk that's, you can get your blessings from him. And the guys in the white robes are kind of like the assistants. And there's one over here. They help like lead the prayer and kind of steer you in the right direction. And the monk will do the water and give you the blessings. You can drop coins in here. But just look at how big this is. It is gigantic. Yeah, that's pretty fun to see. And then they have, looks like a little place up there for some of the images. I'm not sure if anything's in it right now. And they have the marble on the interior walls. And then over here is a part that they haven't finished yet. Okay, so I can see in those, there are some images in there. You can see the standing Buddhas facing towards the big monk. And the back robes. And then this is a list of some donors that they've carved in there. And that's the whole plan for this. Over here, they're still building on it. Yeah, it's quite impressive. And they have some pictures and movie posters and stuff like that of Sorapong Chatri. And he's the principal contributor to this temple. You can see when he became a monk. Right over here. And this looks like a room for the monks to do some of their chanting and stuff. Okay, so we looked through all the way around in here. Let's go over and I'll show you that new building right quick, and that'll be the last thing we'll look at here at this temple. Yeah, this will be cool when they get this all finished. So they'll put marble all on the inside of these. And you can see that new ordination hall over there. Yeah, this is a cool place to just come and walk around and look at. So over here is the new hall that they're building, even newer than the others. Now, last time I came, they had a humongous just Buddha head back over here. And I looked around there and it's not there anymore. So they must be using it, but I looked inside of that hall to see if it was in there. And all it's in there is a bunch of scaffolding, and they have like the new logs that they'll put in for like the beams inside. But anyway, that's quite a ways away from being done. But you know, like I said, they just build it as they go here. So they get donations and they just keep adding on to it. That's going to finish up our video over here at this temple, this Wat Non Kum in Sai Khao district over here in Nakhon Ratchasima. It's a cool temple. It's different. It's not really a Buddhist temple. It's just kind of dedicated to that, you know, that monk. So it's kind of one of those things that they don't have a fantastic like Buddha image. It's just that old, you know, Somdej Toh. It's nice. It's the whole grounds is pretty cool. And it's definitely like just a nice little rest stop. So when you're driving along here, if you're going from Bangkok to, you know, Nakhon Ratchasima or Buriram, just stop here, you know, take 30 minutes to an hour or so, walk around, stretch your legs, and it's worth something to see. It's different than what you normally see, so it doesn't hurt to stop and take a look. So anyway, guys, if you like the videos, make sure you smash like and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. If you know a little bit more about this temple than I do, tell me in a comment down below, or if I said something wrong, let me know that also in a comment. And definitely smash the like, subscribe, and all of that. And until next time, from over here in Nakhon Ratchasima at Sai Khao, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.